Hey guys, TommyBryson here, and the first thing I want to say is thank you for all the birthday wishes I got on Instagram, okay? Because basically, I just turned 24, literally around 4 days ago, so I want to say thank you for everyone that wished me a happy birthday. Now, in this video, I'll tell you absolutely everything, okay? The money I have in cash, the money I have in investments, the credit cards I have, the amount of debt I actually have, my entire net worth, my entire portfolio, what my plans are in the future, how I'm going to increase my income, how I'm not going to increase my income, and how I actually got where I am today. But I do want to say one thing, guys, okay? As you guys watch this video, you might say, Tommy, wow, you've grown so much. Wow, you have a very big net worth or whatever it is now, okay? The idea is, remember this, okay, guys? Although I might have a lot today, the answer is I started investing with $7.26 back in December of 2018. That is it. $7.20 back in December of 2018. So wherever you are right now, whether you have $5 in your pocket, start investing today. That's the idea. Do not wait until you have everything planned out. The answer is no. Once you understand exactly what you want, how to do it, go out there and start investing. Don't wait until you have extra money. No, make room in your budget to go out there and invest. And by the way, I did not just magically become the person I am today. I had to read well over 200 plus books to see the person you're seeing right now. And on top of that, my life could have been completely different around 3 to 4 years ago. Everything seemed to be going well. I started a business. I graduated as an accountant. I got a job. Now YouTube, I've been doing for around 11 years. It wasn't working and I stopped doing YouTube. And by the way, it wasn't working because basically I was doing it the incorrect way. If you do something the wrong way for 11 years or 50 years, you're going to get the same results, which is basically failure. But then eventually it worked out. But during that time, guys, okay, I had a job, I had my business, and I also had, for example, my entire degree. Everything seemed to be going fine. And I sold all of my YouTube equipment at that point. Now, something crazy happened in my life. When I lost my dad that same year, when I thought, hey, everything's going fine, I'm on track. When I lost my dad, it forced me to look back inside of myself and say, hey, is this what I really want? Do I want to have a 9-to-5 job, work this job I hate? I don't like it whatsoever. By the way, 9-to-5 jobs are fine as long as you like exactly what you're doing. But in that job, I was miserable. I didn't like it. So I decided to go ahead and say, hey, I'm going to buy back all my equipment. I'm going to go ahead and quit that job. I'm going to grow my small business to take care of me while I figure out exactly how to do YouTube correctly and how to turn that into my dream. What I actually want to do since I was around 11 years old, right? That's the whole idea. And then that set me on the path of which I am today and who you're actually seeing today. But again, it wasn't easy. It wasn't like overnight. It took a very long time to make things work. But the answer is, when you know something's not right for you, you gotta keep trying different things out, okay? Now, if you guys are new here, I post videos every single day, so make sure to also subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified. And on top of that, also destroy the like button. Now, Tommy, how much money is in your entire investment portfolio and how much money are you actually worth, okay? The answer is currently, I'm worth around $501,000 and $966. That is my overall net worth. Once you minus my debt and my assets, you get $501,966 at age 24. That's how much money I'm currently worth right now. Now, before you say, wow, it's a lot of money, right? How do you do it? Oh my gosh. The answer is, well, I'm going to tell you exactly how it happened and what it actually cost me to get to this amount of $501,000 and $966 at age 24. Here's exactly what this cost me. It cost me $88,000 of going to college and getting a bachelor's degree and graduating with around $11,000 in student loan debt. However, you do need to understand something. That $88,000 was only good for one class. One class I took in college changed my entire life. And that's why I say it's worth it. And that class was Excel. Literally a subject I can learn online. how to do Microsoft Excel. That's the class that changed my life. Why? Because the teacher forced us to do a stock portfolio using Excel to show us exactly how stocks work and also how to use them in Excel. And then I said, hey, I like this. I like investing. I actually want to do this. And then I found out more about this guy right here, Warren Buffett, and also this guy right here, Charlie Munger. But on top of that, it introduced me to reading books because the teacher said, hey, if you do this correctly and your portfolio does the best, I'll give you a book. And the book was called The Millionaire Mind by Edgar T. Harv. And before the competition was over and anyone got the book, I got the PDF version. I read it once and then twice, then 3 times, and that book changed my entire life. That one class changed my entire life. $88,000 for that one spark. And that's why I make videos, in hopes that you find a video, it changes everything for you, and it shows you, hey, there is another way to do things if that's what you want and if you're ready to actually consume that content. On top of that, it also cost me between $3,000 to $5,000 of books, courses, and also mentors. I've read well over 200 books, guys, and I've read a book every single week for a very long time now. Meaning, to do this, I have to read a book literally every single day. I read for around an hour to 2 hours every single day. And by doing that, it changed the way I think. By doing that, I learned more about other people that I never even knew existed. People just like me that came from nothing and wanted to do something differently. It taught me a whole blueprint to how to get what I want in life. And those people, those mentors, well, they believed in me through those books and also taught me exactly how to do things. I couldn't ask for a better teacher than the people that made those books and all those authors. So again, I also have to thank them a lot for who I am today. So I highly recommend, if you don't know what you want to do or how to get there, the answer is usually books and courses and taking action is going to get you there. You don't want to just read. You want to also take action. That's number one thing there. On top of that, lastly, it also cost me $10,000 in a student loan that I also took for actually starting a business, okay? Because basically, I saved $10K by myself with my job and I spent it all on trash, sneakers, clothes, going out, eating out, doing nonsense. But then I borrowed that money once I had the information and the knowledge, and I put that money to work. And today, that money has made me well over 10 times its original amount just in over 3 to 4 years, okay? That's amazing to me. However, that means to get $501,000 and $966, it took me only $103,000 worth of spending. And you might say, Tommy, well, this is amazing, right? I can just say no to college, read those books, maybe take a loan, and just get exactly what I want to get. By the way, I just got extremely lucky, so keep that in mind. I don't recommend getting loans. And on top of that, I do recommend going to college to get a degree in something you like, you're good at, and is also going to make you money. There's nothing wrong with college or jobs. Jobs are income. Income makes you more money and investing. The problem is getting a job you hate and then working it and spending all your money on trash. That's the problem, okay? So, it cost me $103K. But on top of that, it also cost me this that I haven't told you. It cost me around 15,900 hours of my time to be able to get where I am today. How, Tommy? Well, I've made well over 2,000 videos on YouTube. Each video has taken me more than 5 hours to actually make. Off the bat, that's around 10,000 hours of my time just in making content. On top of that, it also cost me around 1,500 hours of pure reading and practicing and learning something new every single day. That's usually my goal every day. And it also cost me 780 hours of working a business and try it out. That small business that funded my entire YouTube thing. Also, I spent around 3,120 hours working for other people, whether in school, whether in a film crew, whether at the Gap, whether at that main job I had, whether for my clients, all that stuff, okay? That also took me time. And lastly, I spent well over 500 hours on side hustles, practicing how to flip phones, how to negotiate, how to sell things on eBay, trying different things out. I spent a lot of time on that also. So you think about it, I basically have a net worth of $501,000. But when you account for the time I spent to get that, I've been getting paid around $31.57 an hour. That's how crazy this actually is. So before you say, oh my gosh, you have a lot of money, the answer is think about all the time that went into it. And that's why it's so important. Whatever you do pick to do, you got to make sure, again, you like it, you're good at it, and it's also going to make you money. It's also an investment decision. That's the whole idea. So now you know exactly my net worth and also, for example, what I spent to actually get it. Now, let's go into detail on exactly the amount of cash I have on hand, also my investments, also my credit card debts, and on top of that, lastly, also my student loan debt. How much money do I owe and how much money do I have in assets, okay? Now, right here, guys, is my cell phone, okay? I'm gonna go over to the calculator app to show you guys this, okay? And right here, I'm gonna pull up my phone. This is my phone right here. So if I click here, boom, it's deleted. I click around, it's also typing in here, delete, delete, delete. So obviously it's my phone. That's what I want to prove to you guys, okay? Now, let's go over to SoFi Money. This is the app I use basically for tracking my net worth to show me exactly how much money I'm actually worth. Now, when I click right here called connected accounts, it'll show me all of my accounts. Right here, I'm actually worth around $501,958.66. Now, this changes every single day because basically a big bulk of my money is in the stock market. So keep that in mind. Now, in cash, I have around 12 accounts, basically SoFi and other accounts out there. And the idea is I have around $251,098.90 in cash. Now, you might ask me, Tommy, why do you have all this money in cash? Your money is dying to inflation. The answer is Warren Buffett has over billions of dollars in cash. Why? Because basically he's waiting for a good investment to actually invest his money into. I'm not going to grab my money and basically diverge my plan just to say, hey, I'm investing money. I don't want to invest my money in the incorrect things. Okay, so for right now, I invest money every single week doing dollar cost average and so on, but I also have money in cash. That way, when something does present itself, I also have money to go ahead and buy. But I'm not going to buy for the sake of buying a bad investment just to say, hey, I'm investing money. That's why I have so much money in cash. I could use this money, buy some real estate, but again, that's not what I want to do currently. I'm waiting, but I'm also investing at the same time. Also, my investments. I have around $272,266.59 in my investments. Now, this includes, for example, my taxable accounts and also my retirement accounts and also my stock picking accounts. Now, you guys are probably thinking, Tommy, what do you invest into? And can I know? The answer is yeah, you can know everything. I'm fully transparent here. I invest into ETFs and also index funds. My full portfolio is in M1 Finance. If you want to get that, link down below to M1 Finance, okay? Now, M1 Finance, guys, is right here. And this is exactly what I invest my money into. Right here, I have around $59,000 invested, but all my money is not just in this account right here, okay? But overall, I invest into 7 different ETFs. They're all right here and also linked down below. On top of that, last year, I actually bought some individual stocks. So right here into invest. So right here inside of SoFi, I also have money invested around $69,000 and also with some other accounts, but the amounts are pretty low, like with Acorns and Robinhood and other accounts out there. But overall, the stock I invested the most money into last year was actually Delta. And so far, I'm up around 117%. Am I telling you right now to go ahead and buy Delta? The answer is no. All I'm doing is telling you exactly how I made a lot of money on this stock. And then the rest of them are basically just like into normal ETFs and so on. My retirement account is just into index funds that track the exact same thing as my entire ETFs, okay? So keep that in mind. And every single other stock you see here is just basically, when you guys sign up, you get 50 bucks. You put that money into a stock, and when you put that money into a stock, I also get the same amount of money into the same stock you actually put money into. And that's why I also have all these other stocks from your investments and what you actually bought. So I might put a link down below to SoFi Invest. So when you sign up, you get like 50 bucks. I might put it, look for if it's down there. But if it's not down there, look through the comments and you should see someone actually using a referral link also, okay? Now, those right there are basically the bulk of my investments. M1 Finance, SoFi Money, and also Vanguard with around like 40 to 50K just in like retirement accounts. That's about it. That's what I'm currently investing the bulk of my money in. I don't have $1 million property with 5% equity and I say, hey, I'm worth $1 million, but in reality, I only have 50K in the property. That's not what I have or what this video is about here, okay? This is actually what I'm worth currently. Will I invest into real estate in the future? The answer is yes. In like a year or 2 years or so. But for right now, this is what I want to do. And by the way, it's kind of like a rainbow version of what Warren Buffett did initially. If you guys don't know this, Warren Buffett, when he came back from New York, he had a lot of money. He used that money to start investing, and then after 2 to 3, 4 years, I think, then he went ahead and bought his wife a house. So for right now, I'm investing this way, right? And then once we're actually ready and have a good foundation, we'll go ahead and buy a house. Like around 1 to 2 years, my wife graduates, and then we can actually say, hey, let's buy this house, pay it off, like as fast as possible, and then we can continue on with our investing and investing and investing. That's the core idea there. Now, that's basically how much money I have in cash, and also, for example, my entire investment account. But I also have credit cards. I owe around $555. And by the way, I don't use credit cards like the normal person, where you grab a credit card, you use it every single day. No. I just have small bills on them, like my phone bill, my internet bill, my Netflix bill, and so on. And every single month they get paid off. And that's why today I have a credit score of around 767 without any debt or anything crazy. Every single month this balance becomes zero. And that's exactly what I want. I build up payment history. I keep a low balance, which basically means my credit score keeps going up and up and up without me having to overspend money on my credit card. On top of that, my loans, well, I still owe around $21,000 in student loan debt. Tell me, why not pay it off? The answer is, well, I have until October 9th of forbearance, meaning they don't charge me interest or anything. And on top of that, I don't know if they're going to forgive $10,000 or something on the loan, so why pay it off now when it's not charging me interest, when I can wait basically until October of 2021 to see exactly what's going to happen. If they say, hey, nothing's happening, pay your interest, I'll pay the balance in full, and that way I'm done with it. But for right now, I'm just gonna hold on to it. It's not hurting me or costing me any money, and that's why I have it. But the minute they charge interest, I do have the cash to go ahead and say, hey, I'm gonna pay this off right now. And by the way, guys, okay, around 85K of this money is gonna go towards taxes in April. But by that time, that money will be recouped, and that's why it's still like 500K, okay? So keep that in mind. I also have money for taxes and also money for emergencies and cash. So you also want to keep that in mind when you're taking a look at exactly how much money I'm actually worth liquid right now. Now, guys, so far, you know exactly my cash, my investments, my credit cards, and also how much money I owe in student loan debt. But I also want to tell you exactly how I plan to actually increase my income and how I plan not to increase my income. Now, first of all, I'll tell you exactly what I'm not gonna do. What I'm not gonna do is basically say, hey, I have like around 200K in like investments. I can grab that money, borrow like 30% on it, and then basically use that money to buy something else and buy more stocks, borrow margin, all that stuff. The answer is no. I don't want to play that game because it's risky, okay? I'm not doing that at all. On top of that, I don't want to grab 250K in liquid cash and say, hey, I'm going to use this money to buy around $1.2 million worth of real estate, putting down 20% down. Again, I don't want to do that either. If something goes wrong, well, I put everything in jeopardy. That's not the way I want to do things, okay? You don't want to make plays where the cost of you losing is losing everything. That's not the game I want to play. On top of that, I don't want to borrow basically $2.5 million worth of real estate either, because basically I can put down 10% and buy that much real estate. It's not the game I want to play. When I buy real estate, it'll be, for example, hey, I'll buy, first of all, my foundation, my first home for me and my wife and also my future kids and whatever. I buy that home, pay for it in cash. Then I'll buy a rental property. I also pay for that one in cash. Step by step, okay? Put a tenant in there, use that money to pay it off in cash, and so on. Then once that's done, I'll buy the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And in a lifetime, that could mean maybe 500 properties, 2,000 properties, and by that point, they're all mine, and they're all cash flowing, and all that cash is just mine. There is no crazy debt, there is no crazy leverage, and that's about it. That's how I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna be patient and just take it step by step. That's the core idea. Can you imagine having 200 properties, paying you, for example, just $1,500 every single month, guys, okay? and all of it is yours because basically they're all paid off. The answer is, well, $1,500 by 200 properties, that's around $300,000 in monthly income. Multiplied by 12, that's around $3.6 million in monthly income. That's how crazy this actually is. But again, I'm taking it step by step. This is not going to be overnight, so I'm neither in a rush either, okay? Now, lastly, guys, here's exactly what I am gonna do to go ahead and increase my income. Now, my plans are as this, okay? Now, my plan is to go out there. As you guys know, I have the main channel, but I also have a second channel called the TommyBryson Show. On that channel, I want to answer your questions directly and make a lot more videos over there. So I plan on doing that this year. But in order to do that, I'm going to have to go ahead and hire at least 1 to 2 people to basically edit my videos, make the thumbnails, also an assistant to help me with the uploading of content, also customer service, and so on and so on. That way, I can basically just make content every single day and help you guys directly every single day. On top of that, I also want to make courses because, you know, courses help me out a ton. And if I can make a course to help you also, why wouldn't I want to do that, okay? So overall, those are my main plans when it comes to multiplying my income and increasing my income, getting people jobs, and also like making more and more content, basically doing more of the things I actually love and freeing up more and more time, okay? But when it comes to my investment strategy, it's going to stay boring. It's not going to be sexy. It's just going to be making me more and more wealthy. That is the overall goal, guys. Guys, I hope this video helped you in some way, and you kind of got some glimpses of how I got where I am and also how you can exactly do the same. But by the way, you don't have to do exactly what I did, but you have to go out there and learn more. That way you know exactly how to apply whatever you learn to whatever you actually want to accomplish. That's the entire goal. I'll see you guys next time. And if you like this video, well, go ahead and like this video. On top of that, also subscribe and hit the bell to get notified. And on top of that, if you guys want to text me or talk to me one-on-one, join my Patreon, link down below, or send me a DM on Instagram at TommyBryson. And on top of that, before I leave, if you want to watch exactly my net worth at age 23, well, here's a video right here, and click my face right here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and as always, peace.